Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California, where it's going to be in the 90s today. And I just have to tell you, yesterday I went to my mailbox and this was in it. Erica Kirk. I don't know if the neighbors called the police when I was screaming, what the F? So I remember getting something from Trump and I returned it. I said, you know, cease and desist. So I'll return that too. I didn't open it. I don't care what's inside. Probably asking for money. So I got over 322 questions. So I'll probably have to do this in a couple of parts. But I wanted to tell you that I had a weird dream last night. I dreamt that my doctor was that doctor who works on the 600-pound people. And I was really arguing with him because something he was giving me didn't help, wasn't helping me lose weight. And he was being real snide with me, and I was pissed off. And I said something about, well, I'll be glad when Gavin Newsom takes over as president. And he said, no, it won't be Gavin Newsom. It'll be, hold on, Josh Shapiro. I've heard a couple of people say they wouldn't mind if he was president. But I remember thinking, Josh Shapiro, okay, he wasn't on my radar. I need to look him up and see what he believes in. And it was definitely about him reversing everything to do with women's rights for abortion, etc. He was totally for women's rights. Okay, so here we go. Hold on. So, real quick before we go on, I'm sure this will be in there. I see Becerra winning as governor. That Hilton is a nothing burger. But I know they're going to put a lot of money to try to get their Hilton guy to win, but I see Becerra winning because if you look at, and if I was Becerra, I'd offer Steyer something within the administration. I don't know what, but I see some sort of negotiation because you want San Francisco totally voted for Tom Steyer. Um, I always have chapped lips. Maybe it's because when I sleep, I go. So anyway, but I see Becerra winning. Somebody was talking about the numbers last night, but it's beyond the numbers. I can see it. In fact, when Hilton was sort of ahead of him, I said, yeah, but I don't see him taking it. Okay, um, so thank you guys for all these questions. There's some excellent questions in here. Ivanka and Jared feeling about the corruption investigation opened up in Albania. Listen, this is a nothing burger getting ready not to start. Remember, and I've told other people the story about the Chinese had bought some sort of beachfront property somewhere in the Caribbean. And then they told the people, you can't go to the beach using our property because that's private property. And they said, well, we'll show you how private it is. And they burnt down everything. This is what I'm feeling. I don't know if it's literally burnt down, but I feel burning down the house, so to speak. So they're all pissy. They can't believe, oh, it's just her with her breathlessness. It's just so beautiful. I don't understand. Trump is going so down right now. Anything related to him will be just ugly, ugly. And did you see these people with their interviews with the Senate? And they sit there and lie. Becerra is about ready to go down hard. I'm looking so forward. Everybody is sitting there lying on behalf of Trump, and they have no idea that their soul is getting ready to be ripped out and stomped. Uh, So I'm not seeing Ivana and Jared being able to complete, and or if it's starting to complete, burnt down. That's what I got. It doesn't literally mean burning down. It can mean the people gather and riot and take it. You saw the people marching on this. They said, oh, hell no. Dakota wants to know, will the world team be safe in the USS, the World Cup team? Oh, and I need to just tell you, hold on, let me write it down. I also want to take a look at I want to look at June 14th. I want to look at the world teams. I see the wrestling match for Trump being a nothing burger, kind of being a big joke. Okay, so the World Cup teams and fans, will they be safe? Please tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the will they be safe? Okay, you guys, here we go. Yes, it looks like partying, stuff going on, overseen, like they'll really be careful not to let anybody um, upset people. I see issues with traveling. So a lot of people may get stuck at airports and not being able to come over. And it's not as big as a crowd as you would want. A lot of people wishing for stuff to happen, probably the Republicans. And it's not going to make the money it thought it was going to make. So it's not because of any physical riots or any kind of, it's because financially it's a nothing burger. Chat wants to know, will any of the totally corrupt Supreme Court justice be arrested? I've talked to you guys about my seeing definitely that as soon as the Dems are in office, they're going to recall and put these guys. I see Thomas exiting early, but I see them having so much to be able to rip them out. Kavanaugh seems really like he's really going to get hit hard. But they're going to bring him, they're going to have a what for. But let's look at the Supreme Court. Tell me about the Supreme Court when we get the new, oh, there's my lizard out there. He likes to come out and sit in the sun for a minute. Oh, he probably likes to go where Lulu takes a dump because there's tons of flies on it. He's going to Lulu's stuffed animal right now. Oh, he's hiding in the shade. Okay. The Supreme Court. Illusion, delusion. A lot of money will be found that these people made. Justice will be there. The angel of light is seen. A lot of them will try to pack up and go before they even go to trial. Yep, not going to work out for you guys. Sorry. Money issues, trying to hide money, swift judgment. So by August of next year, we should really be on track. And our hopes, dreams, and wishes, we're riding up the horse of success, and look at the Nine of Cups as the outcome. So our wish will come true. I think we're going to have term limits, and I see the three judges sitting in there that are Democrats being able to say, yeah, we don't mind if you put a limit. We don't need lifetime. That's what I see. Okay, hold on. I got to take a drink of my water. So I didn't tell you about my dream. You guys, I just went blank. Did I tell you about my dream? That I had gone to the doctor that does the 600-pound people, and him and I were arguing about something. I think I told you. And I said, yeah, I told you because I looked it up. Josh Shapiro. He said Josh Shapiro would be the new president, which I thought was weird. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Can you see I'm a little bit out to lunch? I'm on a new drug for an infection, a UTI, and apparently this drug can be used for gonorrhea and a UTI. Um, I think it's Ventim or something like that. And I looked it up and you can use it. And I told my sister, she said, yeah, well, I killed two birds with one stone. Two birds with one stone, and you'll make it to Fleet Week. Um, they are corrupt, the Supreme Court. And they filed charges against Justice Roberts. I think something's going to come from that. I don't see it going off to nothing. Because right now, the senators you have that are willing to vote against Trump, which they already did, you can't keep on with this war. You have to give Ukraine what you promised to give them. All this stuff is coming up right now, and he's furious. A lot of people are asking, I'm buying it. Trust me, this thing is going to be a nothing burger. They are very tired of all the attention. In fact, they might stand down and see if they can wait it out. Oh, Kat asked, how's your sister doing with the new cast? She's doing great. Her and I are going to meet up on June 14th, which we didn't even think is the March, the King's March, and the whatchamacallit's birthday. And so she's taking the train up, and I'll pick her up in Petaluma because she wants to see a Disclosure on IMAX. I'm going to see it the night before with my sons down here at airport. And then I told my sister I would go with her. So we're going Sunday on the 14th. So we'll be in the middle of the March. And then we get to see this movie on IMAX. And I thought, well, we'll be in the March and we get to see the movie on IMAX. So we, again, kill two birds with one stone. Ooh, Epoch News says NIH researchers smuggled virus into the United States. Oh, Jesus, we don't need that crap. Um, oh, I got a message from Paul McCartney. Thank you for listening to The Voice. Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I'll get there. Okay, hold on. Hold the bus, you guys. Okay. Do you ever see Senator Alicia Slotkin from Michigan being either a vice president or president someday? Elisa, I don't know who she is. Josie, I just said Becerra will be the next governor. Alicia Slotkin. Must be something good about her you guys like. This is her working diligently, and she has a future, you guys. She's got a good karmic future coming up here. Here's her holding money, raking in justified money. There's another woman around her. In her hopes, dreams, and wishes is the Ten of Swords, which means she's probably gone through a lot. She struggled through a lot, but she's able to get through it with her abilities to think in terms of the realm. And she's a good force, you guys. I'll have to look her up. She's a really good force. Hold on one second. The other one that's up and coming is that Josh Torek. He's the paraplegic guy in the wheelchair that just won. Looks like I think he's going to win, you guys. And my dad was like in the Boston Marathon, represented the VA, but He's a go-getter. I really like. He did a speech that was fantastic. And the reason he's a paraplegic is he had spina bifida, or he has spina bifida, but it was caused by his dad being exposed to Agent Orange before he impregnated the mother. So what a go-getter. I just looked up his address. I'm going to send him a check because I don't like paying online because then they bug the bejesus out of you. Okay, so let's see. What else did I have to tell you here? Thank you guys for your questions. Will our money survive through this vicarious administration? Barely. I see some issues coming up towards the end of the year, but we'll be so glad that I just see. Remember, the guide said he'll be done by the end of the year. I don't know if that's done like feet first coming out of the White House, but he'll be done. Um, Patricia, everybody's asking about Ivanka and her husband, and then she put, oh, she talks like that, whatever. I'd smack her upside her head. Um, it was that guy that wrote that book that Trump was so mad at. What was his name? He's still around. He's the one I think that's suing Melania for claiming she was going to sue him. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he said he was at, this is when he first interviewed Trump, and he was at The Apprentice. And he said, that girl swears like a sailor, F this and F that. She comes off so bon appetit, and she's a fake. She's a swearing sailor. I loved it. Oh, yeah, this is a good one I wanted to look at. I didn't look it up before I came on here. What is going on with the manholes in New Jersey? Now, I think they're thinking they're looking for valuables in the sewer. Maybe that's true. So it's a whole bunch of young guys. What are they looking for in that sewer in New Jersey? What is that about? What is that about? What is that about? Somebody is above them. Somebody's telling them to look. There's some issue going to come up that they'll all be arrested for something. They're looking for fortune. This is nothing behind the scenes, bomb plant, nothing like that. They're looking for fortune. Somehow or other, this will come up, but I see that it's illegal for them to be going down there the way they're going down there, and they get them. Okay, does Ivanka even have a clue that her mother's death wasn't an accident? Or her name is Ivanka. Ivanka? Wait, the mother is here right now. I can see her. She was pretty when she was young. She was murdered. Didn't I talk about that when she first went down? I felt like she was pushed down those stairs because she had an elevator. So why the hell would she take those stairs? Somebody set her up. Her keeping everything private was going to end, I think, the day after. And so I guess she was planning on spilling her guts, just like poor Marilyn Monroe, who got taken out because she was going to spill her guts. So, but her mother is here right now. Yes, my daughter knows. Not directly, but indirectly. She knows that her father had something to do with this. Ooh. So she feels like she's trying to act stupid, but I feel like the boys were in on this. Her own sons who will do anything to please daddy. And I even hear the son saying, yeah, she wasn't the best mom ever. The mom was tough, I guess, according to them. All this will be found out after Trump's out of office. Somebody's not going to let it go. Somebody's not going to they're going to bring up that coffin. I'm going to tell you right now. She has an idea, but she doesn't want to know. She worries about daddy. And by the way, the mother did not appreciate Jeffrey Epstein trying to get her daughter with those nude photos and stuff. She was furious about it. And they looked at her like she was a Debbie Downer. Um, she knows that her mother's death, but she's not pursuing it. She likes to be in her fairy tale castle in her head. Um, Somebody said, I'm so sick and tired of Rubio. This is Janine lying to Congress. Oh my God, he sat there in that seat. They showed him the film of Trump out like a light. And Rubio said, I don't see him sleeping. That's a lie. They said, you do realize lying to Congress is a felony. Yes, I do, but he's not sleeping. Oh my God. They're all going to go down, you guys. It's just a beautiful thing. The other thing I want to tell you is that he wants to put, hold on, I can't think of his name. Damn it. You can tell I'm a little bit off. It might be that medicine. So the Attorney General, Todd Blanche, will he be submitted by Senate to be the permanent? I feel he's not going to get through, but let me double check. Will he be able to get through? Will he pass muster? He was very rude to the senators. Nobody likes him. I see Trump trying to tell people you better vote for him or out. But, unless it's Lindsey Graham, a lot of people aren't listening to Trump anymore. Okay, here we go. This is rejection of what he's saying. Communication is off. Yeah, I don't see him getting it, you guys. I don't know what this woman has to do with anything. This is a no. This is a no. It might be a woman that takes over. Another woman. Oh, Trump is going to be pissed off. It looks beautiful, you guys. All the stuff that the Supreme Court's doing is going to be changed over. Don't you worry. Did you see they said no to the ballroom? They're not giving him money to the ballroom. They're not giving him money for that. Let's look real quick. That fund, the 1.76 billion or something, or million. Will that fund go through? Trump thinks he can just do it. He is over there faking it with the news. Well, yes, I need to talk to my attorneys, but I thought it was a beautiful thing they wanted to. No, that wasn't them. That was you. People were saying nobody saw him for 6 or 7 days. What happened, Linda? I said, he's still alive. I can still smell him from here. Let's look at the ballroom funding. Up and down, up and down. He's very upset, very disappointed. He wants people to be generous with him, but he's not generous with people. Maybe next September something will be done, but I don't even know if he's in office. It'll either get torn down or finished building, but it's not till next September. But no, I don't know if he had a stroke. I saw him. He's been on the news trying to tell people they're worthless journalism, the fake news, and he didn't look like he just had a stroke. Do you see any power outages in the mid-Atlantic states? This is from LBC. I'm in New Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia. Power outages in the mid-Atlantic states. Power outages in the mid-Atlantic. I just saw, boom, I see some sort of breakdown in power outages. Feels like New Jersey. I see New York and above. Yeah, people will be upset. The angel of light is looking out for you guys, though. Ooh, yeah. There'll be a deliberate attempt to shut down power. Some sort of explosions. Where? I can't tell you exactly. Did you see Trump's having all those monitors in the ocean to help us know about earthquakes and tidal waves? They're removing them. He's such an idiot. It's not going to last long, but still, what a dummy. Um, yes, the answer to that is yes. Specifically where I saw New Jersey, and I feel above New York. Oh, did you guys see about Susan Collins? She's trying to say that the guy that's running against her is a adulterer, and then everybody went crazy on her because apparently, and this is all on the news, so apparently the man she's married to now, she took him away from his wife. Well, not her, he had to have helped. While the wife was dying of cancer, somebody said, "Can you say Newt Gingrich?" So she was having a long-term affair with this guy, and she got him to leave, and then he's married to her now. And she's got a lot of nerve. You know, these people have to be careful. I still think she's going to lose. Will Scott Bessent face consequences? Absolutely, consequences. Yes. Joe says I worry about my grown kids having enough money. Me too, with my son and my daughter. But you just know this is going to pass. This will pass a lot quicker than a lot of recessions. But yeah, he's going to cause some horrific things. But I don't see a run for the banks. I see people being secure, not awfully secure, but the problem is getting food and stuff. So grow your gardens and stuff. I don't see people starving in the streets. I'm just seeing they're going to have to monitor how much goes out. Maybe even give you, like they did in World War II, give you the coupon for what your day is to get gas. Uh, oh, that Representative King from New Jersey apparently has still disappeared and apparently won the Republican, but the Democrat's going to take it because people don't want somebody who doesn't show up. So don't worry about King. He's going, we'll eventually find out what's going on with him. I totally believe this, Gigi. She saw a news story from Aaron Parnas recently saying there's talk about teenagers and young women who are giving birth in ICE custodies and that their babies are being deported. Can you read on this? Absolutely, it's true. And more of this will be coming out. Absolutely, it's true. They're taking advantage. I don't need to read on it. I can see it as clear as day. Okay, well, Bill Pulte, the guy Trump just nominated, run the problems of the director of National Intelligence. Okay, here we go. Bill Pullman. He's a lowlife, just like Trump. He used his authority in the housing to try to put the pin on Letitia James and Comey. He's looking for goods. He's not doing his job. He's looking for goods. He's not going to last 3 months. He's another one that might take off. Look, it'll be reversed. Everything will be reversed. He's another one that might take off and go to a different country because he's in huge trouble. Not necessarily stealing, but you giving false testimony is what I just picked up. Mickey Sherrill, Dem governor of New Jersey, side with ICE and send state police to assault Delaney Hall protesters. Why did she do that? And who was the one that people are furious with? She did something and everybody can't believe it was a Democrat that did this. She allowed something. That woman did it because they were holding funds from the state. So she felt like her back was against the wall. She did it so they could get the funds. Let's look at. See, the thing is that she's messed herself up because this is the end of her career. Even if she thought she was doing it for the help of people, this is the end of her career. People won't forgive her for this. This was about money too. Interesting. We'll know more by August. Okay. I know that Carrick said all these congressional hearings seem worthless. They're repeating some of it on Lawrence O'Donnell and stuff. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger. And they're sitting there lying through their teeth and they think they can get away with it, but we're about ready to show them what. And don't worry, I see Becerra winning. I don't know why. I can see it when I was showing Hilton being ahead, and my guide said Becerra's going to win it. So I said, okay. Somebody said, because I said to you guys, rumor has it he hasn't been seen in 6 days. I said, I don't know. I can still smell him from here. And Mary said, "Ah, too bad. I was just hoping they covered it up and he was finally taking his dirt nap." I love it, Mary. Thank you. Oh, hey, listen, and I wanted to bring this up. Lorraine said Melania is just as guilty. Did you guys hear an excerpt from Jill Biden's book? She was in the car, traditional, that the first ladies go together. I guess Trump and Biden were in the car ahead of them. And she said Melania barely gave her a look. She wouldn't engage in small talk. She told Jill how furious she was that the FBI came and looked through her personal effects, her panty drawer and stuff. And Jill said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that happened to me too at one point in time. They searched all my stuff." And she totally believed that Biden was the one that caused this. And it's not that, if she should be mad at anyone, it should be Jack Smith. But this was all related with something the FBI was, it had nothing to do with Trump. I mean, with Biden. Biden is just, he gave them the keys. But see, with Trump's, that she doesn't believe it because with Trump's DOJ, Trump's fingers are in everything. She still treated him really mean. Treated Jill really mean. She said you could cut it with a knife. And then when they won again, well, when they won again is when she said, "I'm furious at your husband." She wouldn't take any kind of reasonable, that fits though. And she totally believes this crap. he sleeps with hookers, he does this. She's a hooker too. Oops, did I give something away? She's the only first lady. If you put her name in, you can get pictures of her in the nude. Well, how's that something to live up to? Um, Lisa said the Heritage Foundation, Russell Bout, and Project 2025, how much more damage? Well, they've already done a good portion of it, but it's getting ready to reverse because they can't. I see master angels walking in here right now while I'm telling you guys this, bringing down a sword. They're going to stop them from being able to destroy this. We're not going to get destroyed right now. We were close, but we're not going to be destroyed. Our democratic society will remain the same, but these people will be pushed out. You're still going to have prejudices and that kind of stuff, but peace will come to all of us. And let me tell you, Iran, the minute they know he's no longer in office, they'll be happy to work with us. And then with Steve Hilton, he won Riverside, he won Orange County, Sire won San Francisco, but Becerra pretty much won everybody else. And don't forget, the numbers all grouped together outpace Steve Hilton. He's not going to win. Well, Quilter wants me to tell her what kind of legislative changes will the Democrats make. Let me tell you, it's so many I can't even go there. But I see them subpoenaing a lot of people. I see they have groups like they got this committee, that committee, and there's a lot of backroom brawling going on. They're going to be able to Trump, if he's not gone by January of next year, he'll be gone soon after, even if it's not from a physical thing, because they're not going to let him have any power. They're going to start the process of impeaching him. Maybe not right away, but they're going to start that. But they will start the process of taking away the law license of all these idiots in there trying to act like king for a day. Um, Spence just said, where do I send you air freshener? Tell me about it. Oh my God, I didn't know this. Terry said, do you see the Vietnamese burning down T Rump Resort after that business made them exhume their ancestors and paid them peanuts for their land? Somebody just said yes, really loud. Oh, yes. And also this Ivanka and Jared, they're not going to get nothing. They thought they were going to live like kings and have these beautiful estates. No. The people that own that land, that live on that land, are going to take care of business. Just like they did with the Chinese when they thought they were going to build this big luxurious beachfront property somewhere. I wished I'd have paid more attention, but they burnt it down. They burnt them down. Um, the future of Scott Pelley from 60 Minutes. I see Social Security safe. I don't know why I don't see it safe, but right now I see it safe. I mean, if he really starts to touch Social Security, it's over. It's over. You're going to see fighting. Scott Pelley from 60 Minutes. Scott Paley from 60 Minutes. I don't see him jumping on the bandwagon with MSNBC, although he's going to be a guest on Rachel's show. And I'll be sure to watch that this Monday. What's your future, Scott? He's tired right now. I hear him saying he's going to take a little break. And did you see he came out? They try to lie and tell everybody, oh, he was removed because of this and that. And he said that's a total lie. Hell yeah, Scott. So there's a lot of money coming towards him. He's okay. Is he married or something? There's a female that's very affectionate, could be a daughter. Um, he's going to get a lot of offers, you guys. All kinds of ideas, and he might write a book, which they all do. I see him in kind of a tropical area. He's older, right? Hold on. Hold the bus 1 second. How old is Scott Paley? Paley. He was born in 1957. He looks older than 68 years old. I was born in 53. I'm going on 73. He looks a little older, but he's got energy, so that can make sense. So he could retire, no problem. I see attorneys saying, come on, come on, let us sue them and let us get a chunk of money for you because they lied about the reason that they got rid of you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's gonna get some money. Um, he has a new beginning, could even be this fall. He has ideas. There's a powerful man, could be an owner of um, a big conglomerate, but it's not red. The angel of light and mercy is around him. He's going to reveal the truth. Interesting. He's writing a book. I see him, hush, hush. I see him giving information a lot of us don't know about. Ooh, hail to the F. Oh, okay, thank you. They just showed me the one day there'll be a movie made about him. Interesting. That's great. Okay, let's go back to our questions. So I said Social Security is safe. Everybody wants him to be, you know what, feet first. When can we celebrate? When can we open the champagne? Do you believe that the ballpark figure of U.S. casualties? No. And I want you to know down not too far away, we're going to get the real numbers. Might even be seven in the 700s. And I see furious. I see people being furious. I don't see people really want to know if Ivanka and Jared or go to jail. I do see loss of fortune. I do see the government taking their money, taking Trump's money too. But I don't see her going to jail. And I've told you guys this from the beginning. Could be a trial, but I see her throwing Jared under the bus. When will Starmer leave? This guy's in the UK. There's protests on after the kid was stabbed to death and didn't get zero medical attention. I see people protesting still. Starmer will be gone probably by the end of the year. Um, Nicole's doing much better, thank you. And my sister's doing good. Like I told you, we're gonna meet for the disclosure day on Sunday. Try not to get so furious, seething, because that interrupts the well-being. Universally, if you want to create well-being, if you want justice to be served, you have to be in that zone. You can't be, and I understand what you're saying. You'd like to spit nails. Even I can't even, I have to turn the TV on mute. I can't even look at them. But I have to maintain a peace and know that this too shall pass. And karma's a bitch, but I'm telling you, you can't Just visualize the well-being, the peace, the love. Look at an ocean, look at whales, look at whatever makes you feel comfortable, and that'll happen. Maybe him being, pounded on will make you feel comfortable. Everybody's asking about Jared, and everybody's asking. Will Don Jr. advance to VP? Absolutely not. Don't even go there. Him or none of his family will be president or VP. He talks about it though. He thinks he can make that happen. They want Israeli and American armies to integrate. I don't see that happening. I see people being very upset. We don't want to share, although they steal whatever they want to know. Um, Jared and Ivanka. A lot of you guys are asking the same questions. So I see Tallarico winning. I see Tallarico winning, you guys. Everybody's saying this. This person, so how do you say it? Soko, no? Soko go? The Soko go? Please, for the love of God, win. Just win. Girlfriend, I know what you're saying. And it reminds me of that real funny guy who's dead now from Saturday Night Live. For the love of God. I just know. See, remember what the guy said to me. His people need to see who he really is. And boy, even the red hats are saying, I'm done with him. They had a red hat burning the other day. I loved it. It was on YouTube. People putting the lighter fluid. That's what I'm talking right there. Shoot, I got a hot dog just for that so I could watch it. Uh, so many people are losing their faults, their jobs. People are car loans. People are using their their credit cards more now. It's on the wall, but yet, hold on, let me tell you, the Dow Jones went up 937 points. Went down yesterday 500 and something, or 600 and something. Now it's up 937. So the Dow Jones does not refer to what's really going on. But we're going to have a boom. So just don't pay attention to any of that. But yeah, people are just tired of going through. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. People are done. And if you're struggling to take care of your family, people are saying that, bill collectors, we call them, they're like, whatever. There's a lot of jobs for bill collectors right now. But don't you worry, things are going to turn. And I even see the new administration taking into account people struggled. So you can't, like they did with COVID, you can't be holding people, with the rent and stuff like that. Remember what they did to help calm what was going on? So, okay, well, I'm going to end it here and then I'll be back. I love all of you. I'll talk to you soon. Uh, hopefully we do. Tomorrow the bathroom's finally going to be finished. So, and my members, I believe A, B, C, D, E, F, 3 o'clock today, Pacific time, live on YouTube. All right, you guys. Love you all. Cheers.